There is always a pivotal moment where you know this guy doesn't like me. And I remember seeing him there. That was my moment.
I got toe up. Every man that ever came in my life, they hurt me, right?
We've all been Keke Jones, and there's loads of Keke Jones laughing at Keke Jones right now. Why would you think as one person you have the capability to heal another person? You don't. You're not God. You're not the gym. You can't go into someone's brain and make it better. You don't have the capability to do all of that. Why? Because that is not your job.
I got toe up. Every man that ever came in my life, they hurt me, right? So I took 2 years. 2 years. I didn't date nobody. I didn't talk to nobody. He came in my life out the blue. He came in my life out the blue, right? And I said, God, you gotta be the one, right?
That was a difficult video to watch. I think a lot of women can relate to Keke Jones. We've all had moments when you're in a relationship with the wrong guy, and there is always a pivotal moment where you know this guy doesn't like me. It's a specific moment. Something is said, something is done or not done, and you know in that split second, and you know fully, there's no lying to yourself, but you would never say out loud, you know he doesn't like you. You know he doesn't even want to be with you. You don't even know why he's with you, but you do know he doesn't like you. I was in a relationship with a guy, 8 years ago. Yeah, 8 years ago. And I remember I had that moment. My moment was, I remember he went out to his sister's birthday. He had told me that his sister's birthday was coming up, basically. And, but that was it. He'd never mentioned they were doing a party or celebrating it in any way. He just said, yes, my sister's birthday next week or something on them lines. And I remember going through his Snapchat, couldn't get hold of him. And I remember seeing him at his sister's birthday party. She had a rooftop birthday party. And I remember seeing him there. That was my moment. Why was that my moment? It was my moment because it dawned on me right there and there when I saw that. It was almost as though I had to beg for this guy to take me out. He didn't give a damn about my birthday. He couldn't care less because he was always busy working. And the fact that I saw him there with friends, I had no clue there was a party going on. He never told me, as I said. And I saw him there. That struck a chord with me. I never mentioned it to him. Obviously, we're not together anymore, thank Jesus. But that was my moment where I knew that deep down, I knew you want to be with your family and your boys, your friends, and you don't want me there. Like I knew it. You don't want me there. You don't want me around you. You don't want me standing there. You don't want me there. Because if you did, you would have told me. If you did, you would have told me to get ready at 9. Let me pick you up because it's my sister's birthday. You didn't want me there. That was my moment. So a lot of women have those specific moments where you know, yeah, he don't like me. But But what do we always do? We still stay. We still stay because we always feel we can love them into loving us, want them into wanting us. And we never can. And every woman fails when she does that. The thing is, ladies, any woman that thinks that you can love a man into loving you, pray a man into loving you, worship a man into loving you, doing anything that to make him stay and love you and want you from the bottom of his heart, you are a broken woman. If that is your mission and that's what you're doing right now, you're broken. You're broken. Because a broken woman cannot fix a broken man. Because if you are a healed woman, you would know it took so many people. It took so many different stages. It was so many variants to help you to get healed. Counseling, prayer, solitude, time on your own, losing weight. The list is endless to becoming the healed woman that you are today. So if you know it takes all these different variants to get there, why would you think as one person you have the capability to heal another person? You don't. You're not God. You're not the gym. You can't go into someone's brain and make it better. You don't have the capability to do all of that. Why? Because that is not your job. That is why you do not have the capability to do it. Your toolbox is empty. You don't have the tools. You were never meant to have the tools. So when we think, which I used to think stupidly 8 years ago, I could love him into loving me, when I can blatantly see he doesn't even want me. I can pray him into wanting me. I can fast him into loving me. Girl, we are not together and we will never be. And I thank Jesus that he took that nigga out my life. When you have those realization moments, you should act on it immediately. You should act on it immediately. Because the longer you stay there prolonging it, thinking you can change him or change the situation, you are always fooling yourself. And you're wasting your time when you could be with someone who genuinely does love you. Someone who actually wants you to be right next to them when their sister is celebrating her birthday. Someone who's proud to show you off to the world. Don't waste your time with men who don't want you. It's heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. Especially when you know you wouldn't do them the way they've done you. Ooh, it's a heartbreaking feeling. It's humiliating. It's embarrassing, and you lied to the world and you lied to yourself. But the thing is, the truth will eventually come out and the relationship will eventually end. Or you gonna end. Someone gonna end here. God doesn't want you to be with somebody like that. And if you think about it, why would you want to be with someone who doesn't want you? Why would you want to stay in the room with someone who sees you and doesn't want to see you? Why would you want to be with someone who just tolerates you and it's like, I can't even be bothered with you? Why would you want to be with someone that your presence irritates? If you know this and you are fully staying there is some work that you need to do within you, because it's showing a whole load of I don't love me. There's this thing that I say that I can tell how much you love yourself by the partner you keep. And you can tell a lot by a woman how much she loves and gives to herself by the person she allows in her life to stay in her life as her partner. We've all been Keke Jones, and there's loads of Keke Jones laughing at Keke Jones right now. My advice is, once you have that realization moment, to find the strength to leave is something like no other. But this is why we have the Almighty, and this is why we pray for the strength to leave. Because sometimes it's deeper than you realize. Sometimes it's a spiritual connection, but I ain't going to go too deep right now with that one. We've all been Keke Jones. I've definitely been Keke Jones. 8 years ago, I was Keke Jones. I am no longer Keke Jones, and I will never be Keke Jones ever again. Once you have that realization moment that guy does not like you, leave. You see, the thing is, women, we can love a man after a while. We may not find him attractive at the beginning of the relationship, but women have the ability, we can see past the belly, see past the ugly. We can see past it and we can love. You see, men don't think like that. If a man don't love you from the jump, he ain't never gonna love you. They're the opposite. We can grow to love. They don't. They can't. They're just not built that way. And as soon as you clock it, end it. And if you can't end it, ask God to help you, to give you the strength to end it. Because you're only prolonging your pain. Because you will eventually be broken up. So you'd rather be broken up now than wait another 6 years. Because that's 6 years wasted that you will never get back.